it gets very difficult to expose narcissistic individuals and call out their bad behavior, without, incurring, damage, threat, smear campaign. Yeah. So it's not easy. You will be threatened, you will be, discarded, you will be, antagonized, and you will be, manipulated and gaslit, to a great extent. And all of it is basically to silence you, so that you keep your mouth shut and let the, things be as it is. And that's how things are, from quite some time. Yeah, it's not that, in a couple of years that we get to see these things. Abuse, all this, toxicity has been normalized and appropriated culturally and religiously, from a very long time. Yeah. Hey everyone, I hope everyone is doing good and taking good care of themselves. So today I'm going to talk about, the situation that I'm sure you guys must have been in, at some point in your life. And the situation is, when you are accused, for not forgiving the narcissist. Yeah, the narcissist ecosystem, society in general, your, relatives, friends, common connections, they all must have, accused you, for being someone, who's very selfish, heartless, self-centered. And all of it was, because you were unable to forgive the narcissist. You, were holding on to the grudge. Yeah, you could not forgive the narcissist because you were mistreated. You could not forgive the narcissist because you were abused. And to tell you honestly, I was there as well, and I did, get a lot of labels, thrown at me, like being selfish, self-centered, someone who's got lots of ego, and all of that BS. And all of these things were thrown at me, when I, started becoming vocal about things, when I started talking about, the abusive things that my, parents used to put me through. And a lot of, common connections, relatives, society in general used to, simply invalidate my feelings, and they used to tell me, oh, shut up, there is nothing called, self-respect, self-worth, and self-esteem, amongst loved ones. Yeah, your loved ones can do anything with you. After all, they are your parent, he's your father, she's your mother. They have all the rights to do anything with you because they are doing it for your greater good. Yeah. And I mean, we know all those gaslighting phrases that is thrown at us. Yeah, whenever we try and, come out of toxic relationships, or whenever we try and confront toxic individuals, we are gaslit by their enablers and, their flying monkeys and society in general. Yeah, they really don't want us to come out of the toxic dysfunctional relationship. They want us to be, stuck in that relationship and keep suffering and keep enduring all of that abuse and mistreatment. Yeah, society doesn't want you to heal. Yeah, and that's the reason, staying in, toxic relationships, staying in abusive relationship is often, labeled as, someone who's a martyr, someone who's sacrificing, a lot of things, and that someone is going to be rewarded in this life or in the afterlife. We know all that, bullshit things that we get to hear, from the religious narcissists, communal narcissists, I mean, narcissists, flying monkeys, their enablers. We get to hear all these, nonsense that just endure, karma is going to, bite back. We get to hear a lot of this, bullshit from the entire ecosystem, narcissists, fellow narcissists, nascent narcissists, their flying monkeys, their enablers, that, karma is going to, teach them a lesson. You don't say anything. You don't, lower yourself. Yeah. You keep enduring it and you keep suffering. Yeah. And keep your mouth shut. Don't expose the narcissist, because God is going to do justice with you. So, we get to, see and experience a lot of this, word game Yeah, whenever we try and outgrow the narcissist, or whenever we try and expose the narcissist. So today we are going to talk about all of these things. And before I get going, I would request you all to like, share, subscribe the channel, hit the notification bell so you guys are updated whenever we put out a new content. So as it is, we know that it is very difficult, very challenging, and very dangerous, you know to expose narcissistic individuals, because they are not just one. The entire circus is behind them. Yeah, they're flying monkeys, they're enablers, they're fans, they're lovers, they're admirers. All of them are going to come at you. All of them are going to do a number on you the moment they see that you are trying to outgrow the narcissist, or the moment they see that you are trying to expose the narcissist. Yeah, because they see the narcissist as someone who's perfect, and they want to be like that narcissistic individual. So it gets very difficult to expose narcissistic individuals and call out their bad behavior without incurring damage, threat, smear campaign. Yeah, so it's not easy. You will be threatened, you will be discarded, you will be antagonized, and you will be manipulated and gaslit to a great extent. And all of it is basically to silence you, so that you keep your mouth shut and let the things be as it is. And that's how things are from quite some time. Yeah, it's not that in a couple of years that we get to see these things. Abuse, all this toxicity has been normalized and appropriated culturally and religiously from a very long time. Yeah, and that's the reason nobody really cares about your feelings, your emotion, your suffering, your pain, your challenge. Yeah, when you are with narcissistic individuals, whether it's narcissistic parents, narcissistic spouse, nobody really cares about the things that's going inside of you. All what they tell you is that it's okay, give him another chance, give her another chance. After all, she's your mother. After all, she's your mother-in-law. After all, he's your father, he's your daddy. You cannot have another daddy if he's dead, so just forgive him. Yeah, it's all because of his backstory, difficult backstory. He is the way he is because of his childhood. Yeah, so we are pressured to forgive the narcissist and let them do the dirty dance. Yeah, and we are expected to be in that relationship and function and behave as if there's nothing wrong, everything is fine. Okay, I was abused, okay, I was exploited, okay, I was mistreated, but so what? That was my mother. Yeah, it's like a badge of honor, it's tough love, yeah, that my mother is showing. So we are, I mean, not at all encouraged to talk about narcissistic individuals mistreatment and bad behavior. We are not allowed to come out of narcissistic relationships easily. Yeah, it's very difficult. Yeah, if you are in a divorce situation with a narcissistic spouse, I'm sure you know the drill. It must be really difficult, and they will try their level best to harass you before they let you go. Yeah, so that's how vindictive narcissistic individuals are. If you are trying to go no contact with your narcissistic parent, or if you are upholding boundaries, and if you are simply not allowing them to abuse you and manipulate you, they are not going to sit quietly and let you do whatever you want. They are going to summon their flying monkeys, and they are going to torment you. Yeah, psychologically, emotionally. They will run smear campaign behind your back. They will pit your siblings against you. They will not sit idle, yeah, and let you do whatever you want. They will make sure that they teach you a lesson, and they display this power dynamic as to who the boss is. Yeah, them being parents, so they are the boss. They can do anything with you and they can get away. We know narcissistic individuals are very manipulative, and they are good in distorting the way how people perceive you. Yeah, they will gaslight, they will manipulate, they will run smear campaign, and in a fraction of moment they will alter the way how people perceive you. They will play victim, they will project you as the perpetrator, they will project you as the abuser, the selfish one, the bad one. And their work is done, everyone is against you, you are alienated, you are ostracized, and that's it. Yeah, if you are weak at heart, if you are not independent financially, or if you have some challenges, it might be a difficult journey for you. Yeah, but once you overcome all that period of ups and downs and all that smear campaign, hoovering, and their flying monkeys reaching out to you, once you're over all of that, you will rise up stronger. But it's not easy. Yeah, the point that I want to come to is that it's not easy to leave the narcissist. And society aids, enables, and emboldens narcissistic behavior and narcissistic individuals. So it is really difficult to come out of relationship with narcissistic individuals. Now there are I mean, according to me, 5 reasons why we are accused of being very heartless, harsh, selfish, self-centered. Yeah, when we don't forgive the narcissist. Now, before I get into the reasons, let me tell you something which is really important. You really don't need to forgive in order to heal. Yeah, uh, it's a kind of a manipulative tactics that has been devised by narcissistic toxic individuals, that you have to forgive in order to heal. No, you really don't have to forgive in order to heal. You can just have the grudge inside of you. Yeah, someone did bad with you, and may he or she face the right consequences for his behavior and action. That's absolutely okay to have inside of you. Yeah, I am not telling you to go out there and teach them a lesson. Yeah, but you really don't need to forgive any toxic individuals. If they mistreat you, if they abuse you, you really don't have to forgive them and become a greater individual, and then embark on your healing journey. Your healing journey is when you accept things the way it is. Yeah, you get into that healing mode when you have radical acceptance. Yeah, radical acceptance towards the narcissistic individual, as well as radical acceptance for the things that you went through. Yeah, by being in relationship with narcissistic individual, you really don't have to change them, and you really don't have to change your own self. You just have to embrace the truth, and you really don't have to forgive the narcissistic individual. Yeah, forgiving a narcissistic individual is like giving someone uh, thousands of chances. Yeah, that's what is to forgive a narcissist, because they are going to keep doing the things they are good at. Yeah, and that's who they are, that's a part of their personality. Yeah, that's you know uh, who these narcissistic individuals are: entitled, lack empathy, inability to self reflect, extreme hunger and craving for attention, admiration, like controlling people around them. They are expert in manipulating others. So these are, their personality traits. Yeah. Um, Under no condition or circumstances, these traits are going to change. They are the way they are. And the best thing that you can do with them is to leave them alone. Yeah, you really don't have to crack your head, and you really don't have to put in lots of effort and energy into trying to convince them to change and to heal and to see your side of story. They are not going to do that. Yeah, so the best thing is save your energy, accept the things the way how it is, and don't expect them to change. Yeah, you can change things in your life if you want to. Yeah, can I force you to change? No. So it's the same thing with narcissistic individuals. If they choose to change, okay, they can, but you cannot force change onto them. Yeah. So the best thing is let them be the way they are and you move on with your life. Yeah. You really don't have to, wear yourself out, in the process of trying to make them understand, or, educating them to treat you right, and, expecting them to apologize, for their, bad behavior. Don't have all those, things, because if you have such expectations, you will be trapped in that toxic, dysfunctional relationship with narcissistic individuals. So don't have those expectations. uh, have radical acceptance and just leave them. Now, the process of leaving the narcissist, it's not easy. Yeah, because you are a supply source and they really cannot, let you go that easy. Yeah. So they will, create a lot of hurdles. They will run smear campaign. They will harass you, torment you. I have seen, some of the narcissists, becoming physically aggressive and abusive. Yeah, when the supply sources, go no contact, or when they file for divorce, or when they, want to end the relationship. It's not like, healthy individuals. If things are not working out, let's follow our own path and let's end the relationship. In healthy setups, in healthy, relationships, you are not, trapped, or you are not, shamed for, leaving the relationship. Fine, if it's not working out, we can part ways, and that's absolutely okay, and it's accepted and appreciated by healthy individuals. Yeah. If your marriage is not working out, you can leave your partner. If things are not, happy or healthy at home, you can go no contact with your parent. It's not a big deal. Yeah. But when you are with narcissistic individuals, you are also surrounded by their ecosystem. Yeah. And their ecosystem is not going to, enable you or help you, cut ties with the narcissistic individual. Yeah. And that's how the entire ecosystem, shows their, loyalty towards the narcissist, by gaslighting you, by tormenting you, by guilt tripping you, by shaming you on behalf of the narcissistic individual. They will do all of the dirty work on behalf of the narcissist, because then the narcissist gets to preserve his or her image, and their work is done. So, the ecosystem, I mean, that narcissistic individuals build around them, does, 50% of the work, and 50% of the work is done by the narcissistic individuals. So, coming out of narcissistic relationship is not easy. So the first reason is societal pressure for forgiveness. So society often, values forgiveness and reconciliation, leading to accusations that, you are being unreasonable for holding grudge if you don't forgive a narcissist. So if you have not forgiven a narcissist, that means you are holding a grudge. Yeah. And that grudge is going to eat you up. Yeah. I mean, they have a lot of theories that they are going to throw at you. So, if you are having grudge, that's not good. You are being, evil. You are being heartless. You are being a bad person. Yeah. A good person is someone who doesn't have any grudge, who forgives. Yeah. If you slap them, if you hurt them, if you abuse them, they forgive you and they come back, asking for more. That's, how, things are in our society. So society, pressurizes the victim. Yeah. To not hold any grudges. And how can they display that? By simply forgiving the narcissist and letting them run all over them again and again and again. Yeah. And by being in that relationship. Yeah. Forgiving and giving another chances, and that's it. That's how victims are expected to, react and behave in such situation. Yeah. Forgive the narcissist, don't hold any grudges, and that's it. You are perfect, you're a good one, and everything is good. The other reason is misunderstanding of forgiveness. So some people may not understand that forgiveness doesn't necessarily mean reconciliation or allowing the narcissist back in your life. Yeah. Forgiveness doesn't mean that you have to be with your abuser. But I mean, in society there is a notion that forgiveness means you have to be with them. Yeah. Once you have forgiven, everything is back to square one, everything is all right, good, happy, and you have to live with your abuser. So there is a lot of misunderstanding in society, and I think it's with time that all of these toxic things have been appropriated culturally, religiously, and societally. Yeah, and that's how things are. Yeah, forgiveness is completely misunderstood. Yeah, I mean, okay, I can forgive you, but I can choose to stay away from you. Yeah, I mean, why not? Forgiveness doesn't necessarily mean that I have to be with the abuser. Forgiveness doesn't necessarily mean that I have to, start over things again and give another chance to my abuser. Yeah. So, and in society, there is a lot of, weird things that is expected out of the victims. Victims need to show that they are good individual by forgiving the narcissist. Victims are expected to, you know, start over the relationship again, after forgiving the narcissist. Why can't the victim, simply walk away? Yeah, forgiveness doesn't necessarily mean that I have to, sit with my abuser, talk, and start things again. No. Yeah, forgiveness can also be interpreted as, I'm done with this relationship, and okay, you can go your way and I can go my way. I really don't have to start, things again. The other reason why we are accused for not forgiving the narcissist is narcissist manipulation. So narcissistic individuals are expert in creating chaos and drama. They are going to run smear campaign, they are going to project themselves as the victim, and they have this ability, yeah, to bring people on their side, yeah, and gang up with the others against you. So narcissist manipulation is also one of the reasons why we are accused for not forgiving the narcissist. Yeah, because the narcissist is going to misconstrue things. They are going to cook up stories, they are going to project themselves as the victim, and they are going to project you as the perpetrator, and that's how they bring people on their side. Yeah, that's how they garner sympathy, empathy from others. Yeah, and that's how they gang up with the others and do a number on you. Yeah, so everyone sees you as the bad one, everyone sees you as the abuser or the perpetrator, whereas in reality you are the victim, you are the one who's suffering. But narcissistic individuals have their own unique way. Yeah, whether it's a high level narcissist or it's a low range narcissist, they are manipulative individuals. They know how to turn things around. The other reason is perceived unresolved anger. So if you express anger or hurt over narcissist action, I mean, if you react and if you talk about it, then others might misinterpret this as lack of forgiveness. Yeah, you are a heartless individual, you have inability to forgive, you are really dark, and you are the bad one. Yeah, because you are holding grudges and you are expressing anger and hurt over the narcissist action and mistreatment. You should just suffer in silence and say thank you, and don't express anger or any kind of emotion. Just take it, endure it, suffer in silence. That's what is expected out of the victims. Yeah, that's what society expects out of us. Yeah, so if you talk about it, if you express your anger, and if you tell others that you are hurt with narcissist behavior and action, so people will misinterpret this as lack of forgiveness. Yeah, and they will label you as someone who's very selfish, self-centered, heartless, not a human, very dark and cold and vindictive. Whereas in the narcissist is all of those things, but society is going to label you for holding grudges, for not speaking to the narcissist, for choosing to end the relationship, for expressing hurt and anger towards narcissist mistreatment. Society is going to do a number on you. Yeah, they are going to label you, profile you, and they will do anything and everything to further mess you up. Yeah, so this perceived unresolved anger is also one of the reasons why we are accused when we don't forgive narcissistic individuals. And the last reason why, we are accused when we don't forgive the narcissist is, cultural and, familial, expectations. So, in a lot of cultures, families, there is a strong expectation, yeah, to forgive and forget amongst, family members. It's okay, so what? So what if she slapped you and she abused you? So what if she criticized you? So what if she shamed you? She's your mother after all. Yeah. So forgive and forget. And there are these stories and gaslighting phrases that God tells you to forgive everyone and, leave everything, onto Him and let Him do, what's best. All of that bullshit, is something which we get to hear when we are surrounded by toxic dysfunctional individuals. Yeah, because society doesn't want you to leave the narcissistic circus, narcissistic family, narcissistic relationship. So yes, culturally we are expected to forgive our family members and pretend as if nothing happened, and start over things again. Yeah, and let them do the dirty dance, let them do whatever they want. And the job of a victim is to forget, forgive, and move on. Yeah, and keep giving second chances, third chances, 1000 chances, to the narcissistic individual. So yes, these were a couple of reasons, why we are accused, when we don't forgive the narcissistic individuals. And I repeat again, you really don't need to forgive the narcissist. It's absolutely okay. You really don't need to forgive the narcissist in order to heal. It's absolutely okay to be angry with individuals. It's absolutely okay, to have grudges. But, as long as you're not acting on those grudges, it's absolutely fine. Distance yourself. Yeah. But don't forget the mistreatment. Don't give second chances to the narcissistic individual, no matter what community or what religion you practice or follow. And no matter what is being fed to you. Yeah, I mean, people will tell you all sorts of things. Verse number this and this says you have to be forgiving. Verse number this and this says you need to forgive and move on and let God do the thing. The God is going to fix things on the judgment day. Please don't fall for all of those things. If things are not working out, if you don't feel good, if you are being exploited, abused, you have all the rights to leave the relationship. Yeah, there is nothing sacred and there's nothing pious in staying in toxic and dysfunctional relationships. So don't fall for all those bullshit gaslighting phrases that karma is a bitch, karma is going to teach the narcissist a lesson. I mean, no one can teach narcissist a lesson. Yeah, they are the way they are, and if you embark on a journey to teach them a lesson, they are going to torment you, and their entire circus is going to torment you. So the best thing is leave them alone and move on with your life. You really don't have to forgive them. If they did bad with you and if you are angry about it, it's absolutely okay. Let it be there. Yeah, it's a part of who we are. Yeah, it's one of the important emotions. So it's absolutely okay if you're hurt and if you are angry with the narcissist. That's absolutely okay, natural, and you really don't have to become a greater person by forgiving them. You don't need to forgive them. The only person you need to forgive is yourself. Forgive yourself and let the narcissist be the way they are and just move on. You really don't have to forgive the narcissist. So yes, this was it. In case if you'd like to add in something, you can always comment below. Till then, take care of yourself. Lots of love and blessings to all of you. Bye.